What gets you out of bed? What gets you off the couch? What gets you in the gym? It's not your alarm. It's not your parents. It's not your friends. It's you. The only one that can make it happen for you is you.
It's really hard to be led by your butt. But I'm not qualified. But I'm not good enough. But I'm not smart enough. But I didn't go to the right school. But I don't have enough money. But. If you're ever going to step into your future, if you're ever going to step into your destiny, you're going to have to get over your butt.
And that's what a pity party is when you have an undisciplined mind and you meditate on the wrong thing over and over and over again. If you're going to throw a pity party, I'll give you 3 days and that's it. And after 3 days, you cut off your record player, your iPod, your MP3, and you come up with a plan.
Do I just sit there and settle? No, I don't. I say enough's enough, man, and I'm gonna make a change, and I'm gonna keep going until I get it. You chase something that you believe you deserve until you get it. And it doesn't matter what happens to you, doesn't matter how many times you get fired, doesn't matter how many people don't believe in you, you just go until you get it. That's the point. Are you tired yet? Some of you need to get tired. You need to be tired of what's going on in your life. Get tired of your habits. Get tired of the actions that you're putting in every day. You gotta change, man, or nothing changes.
I woke up one day and stopped making excuses. I woke up one day and stopped playing the blame game. I woke up one day and looked at the man in the mirror and was like, yo, bro, what are you doing? Wake up. It's showtime. Let's go. Get up. Go to class. Get up. Do your homework.
You wake up earlier than people. You stay later than people. You stay humble. You work harder than anyone when no one's there. I guarantee someone that feels bad about themselves soon will label you as he's built different. He's built different should be your label because people feel bad about themselves.
Your life is exactly what you wanted. Because every day, you've had choices to make. You're responsible and credible for every single choice. You've made the choices.
And what I need you to do for me is why are you here? And then take ownership of why you're here. So you control you. This world ain't gonna give you what you deserve. This world will give you what you work for. I put that work in every single day. And when you wake up every single day and you put that work in, and yes, for some of us, it might be harder than others. Man, whatever, we do what it is we gotta do. Especially when we're desperate.
Winning's not loyal to you. It doesn't care about you. Winning doesn't care how sore you are. Winning doesn't care how much sleep you get. Winning doesn't care how hard you work at times. Winning requires all of you and then more, and it promises you nothing. It's a mastermind of creating fear and doubt in your mind. It causes setback after setback. So the question is about winning. Are you willing to sprint when the distance is unknown? And why chase this thing called winning? Because the only thing that's guaranteed in life, if you don't chase it, is losing.
Now is the time to grind. Now is the time to show the world that I was placed here for a purpose.
Work for it. Fight for it. It begins today, it continues tomorrow, and it never dies.
People are too busy dealing with their own battles, their own problems, and their own ambitions. Nobody's coming to save you. The only one who can pull you out of the hole you've dug is you. The moment you realize this is the moment everything changes. You can whine and cry about your circumstances all you want, but at the end of the day, if you don't put in the work, nothing's going to change. It doesn't matter how many times you've failed, how many obstacles you've encountered, or how unfair life seems. Success is built on overcoming challenges, not avoiding them. You think your problems are unique? Guess what? Everyone has problems. Everyone. You think you're the only one facing setbacks? You're not. Life is tough for everyone. But the difference between the people who succeed and the people who don't is simple. The winners keep going when everyone else quits. It's easy to throw in the towel when things get hard. It's easy to say, I can't do this, or I'm just not cut out for it. But the truth is, no one cares about your excuses. Your boss doesn't care. Your friends don't care. Your family doesn't care. People care about results. And if you want to get results, you have to work for them. Harder than you ever thought possible. Stop wasting time. The first step to changing your life is realizing that you're the one in control. You can't rely on anyone else to fix your problems. No one is going to hand you success on a silver platter. You have to work for it. And if you're not willing to put in the work, then don't expect to get anywhere. One of the biggest mistakes people make is thinking that success will come easily. They think they'll just stumble upon it, or that it will somehow fall into their laps. But that's not how it works. Success is earned through sweat, blood, and tears. It's earned through long hours, sacrifices, and pushing yourself to the limit. It's earned by doing the things that others won't do. And if you're wasting your time complaining about your situation, then you're just slowing yourself down. Time is your most valuable asset, and if you're not using it to work toward your goals, you're wasting it. You'll never get that time back. Every second you spend complaining, every second you spend feeling sorry for yourself is a second you'll never recover. The clock is ticking, and if you're not working towards something, you're falling behind. The power of hard work. There's no magic formula for success. It doesn't come from wishing, hoping, or praying. It comes from doing. The people who succeed aren't necessarily the smartest or the most talented. They're the ones who work the hardest. They're the ones who push through the tough time. They're the ones who put in the effort. Day after day, no matter how difficult things get. The key to success is hard work. Pure and simple. It's the one thing that will set you apart from everyone else. While most people are sitting on their couches, complaining about how unfair life is, the successful ones are working. They're grinding. They're staying up late. They're waking up early. They're putting in the hours. And they're doing whatever it takes to get ahead. Let me tell you something. You're never going to get to the top by taking shortcuts. There are no easy routes. There's no get-rich-quick scheme. If you want to be successful, you have to be willing to put in the work, even when it feels like no one is watching. You have to be willing to do the things that others aren't willing to do, because that's what separates the winners from the loser. You control your destiny. You have to realize that your destiny is in your hands. You are the only one responsible for where you are in life. No one else can dictate your future. Sure, there will be obstacles. Sure, there will be setbacks, but how you respond to those setbacks will determine your success. The moment you stop making excuses and take full responsibility for your life is the moment everything changes. If you keep blaming your circumstances, you'll never move forward. If you keep blaming other people, you'll always be stuck in the same place. But if you take responsibility, if you look at your life and say, I am in control of my future, that's when you begin to change everything. This isn't just some motivational talk. It's the truth. You want to change your life? You want to achieve greatness? Then stop waiting for someone else to fix your problems. Stop waiting for a miracle. Get up, take action, and start putting in the work. You're the only one who can make it happen. The road to success is lonely. One thing that many people don't realize is that the road to success is often lonely. When you're working hard, when you're grinding every day, people aren't going to cheer you on. In fact, many people will try to drag you down. They'll tell you to take it easy. They'll tell you that you've been working too hard. They'll try to convince you to stop. But here's the reality. You can't listen to them. You can't listen to the people who want to hold you back. You can't listen to the people who are afraid to work as hard as you are. If you're serious about succeeding, you have to learn to ignore the noise and stay focused on your goal. The people who truly succeed aren't concerned with what everyone else is doing. They don't care about being popular or fitting in. They care about results. They care about achieving their goals. And they're willing to work tirelessly to make that happen, even if it means being alone along the way. No one will save you. At the end of the day, no one is going to come and save you. You can sit there waiting for someone to give you a break, but it's never going to happen. You have to be your own savior. You have to be the one who gets up every day, faces the challenges, and keeps moving forward. There's no magic pill. There's no secret trick. Success comes from hard work. And if you want to get there, you have to be willing to put in the hours, make the sacrifices, and stay committed to your goals. It's going to be tough, but that's the price of success. Stop complaining. Start working. If you're still sitting there feeling sorry for yourself, it's time to stop. Nobody cares about your complaints. Nobody cares that life isn't fair. Nobody cares that things aren't going the way you want them to. They care about what you're doing to change. If you want to achieve greatness, if you want to succeed, you have to put in the work. No one is going to do it for you. The world doesn't owe you anything, but if you're willing to hustle, grind, and never quit, you'll get everything you've ever wanted. But it all starts with you. The moment you stop complaining and start working, your life will begin to change. Your future will be in your hands, and no one will be able to stop you. So stop waiting, stop whining, and start working harder than ever before. It's the only way to win. You want to succeed? Then you need to stop running from pain. Pain is the only thing that will make you stronger. The world doesn't hand out success to those who take the easy road. No one becomes great by avoiding discomfort. The greatest achievers, the ones who truly stand out, are the ones who learn to embrace pain, failure, and hardship. The more you suffer, the more you grow. The more obstacles you face, the more resilient you become. What most people don't understand is that pain isn't just something to avoid, it's something to learn from. Every hardship, every challenge, and every failure is a lesson. If you're not failing, if you're not experiencing pain, then you're not pushing yourself hard enough. Growth only comes from facing adversity head on. The pain you feel today will be the strength you rely on tomorrow. Whether it's physical pain, emotional pain, or mental pain, it all serves a purpose. It's not here to break you down, it's here to build you up. If you want to become the best version of yourself, you have to welcome pain, not shy away from it. Most people try to avoid the grind. They try to avoid the discomfort that comes with working towards something great. But that's where they make the mistake. The grind is where the magic happens. When you're pushing yourself, when you're uncomfortable, that's when you're growing. And if you're not uncomfortable, you're staying stagnant. The reality is life doesn't care about your comfort. It doesn't care about how much rest you need or how many breaks you think you deserve. Life cares about result. It cares about how much effort you put in, how much work you're willing to do, and how much you're willing to sacrifice to reach the top. And all of that comes with pain. It's unavoidable. If you want to change your life, you have to stop seeing pain as an enemy. Pain is not something to fear, it's something to use. When you feel tired, when you feel like quitting, that's when you have to push harder. The moment you're uncomfortable, the moment you're in pain, is the moment you need to dig deeper and keep going. You've heard it a million times, but I'm going to say it again. Pain is temporary. The satisfaction of reaching your goals, of achieving greatness, is permanent. The work you put in, the sacrifices you make, will pay off in ways you can't even imagine. The person you become along the way is the true reward. And that person will be unstoppable. When you're grinding, when you're working towards something big, you're going to face moments where it feels impossible. You're going to feel the weight of your choices, and you're going to wonder if it's all worth it. But let me tell you something, it is worth it. Every ounce of sweat, every second of pain will be worth it the moment you see the results of your hard work. Look at any great figure in history. Whether it's an athlete, a businessman, or a leader, they all have one thing in common. They've faced adversity. They've been through hell and back. They've had to fight through unimaginable pain and setbacks to get where they are. And that's what made them who they are. There's a reason why the greatest athletes train through pain, why the most successful people work long hours in grueling conditions. They understand that pain is the price of greatness. They understand that to become something extraordinary, they need to go through something extraordinary. Think about it. If it was easy, if success was handed to everyone, it wouldn't mean anything. The struggle is what makes success valuable. The harder the battle, the sweeter the victory. And that's why you have to push through the hard times. You have to fight through the pain, because when you reach the other side, it's going to feel damn good. You think someone's going to come along and save you from your problems? Think again. You're the one who's going to solve your own problems. No one else is coming to fix your life for you. If you want to make a difference, if you want to change your reality, you have to be willing to take control. And that means putting in the hard work, the sacrifices, and the pain. People look at success and they think it's all glamorous. They think it's easy, that the people at the top have it all handed to them. But here's the truth. They've all been through hell to get there. They faced the same struggles, the same challenges, and the same pain that you are facing right now. But they didn't quit. They didn't give up. They didn't wait for someone to save them. They kept going. So if you're sitting there waiting for a handout, waiting for things to get easier, I'm here to tell you that it's never going to happen. Life is never going to be easy. But that's not a bad thing. It's a good thing, because the harder you work, the more pain you push through, the more powerful you become. And the more powerful you become, the more unstoppable you are. One of the most valuable qualities you can develop is resilience. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from setbacks, to keep moving forward when everything seems impossible. Resilience is what separates the winners from the losers. It's not about how many times you fall, it's about how many times you get up. And you build resilience through pain. Every time you face an obstacle, every time you encounter a challenge, you have a choice. You can let it break you, or you can let it make you. The more pain you experience, the stronger you become. The more setbacks you face, the better you get at overcoming them. If you want to be successful, if you want to become the best version of yourself, you have to learn to embrace pain, not run from it. You have to develop the mindset that pain is not a weakness, it's a strength. Every time you push through discomfort, you're building a stronger, more resilient version of yourself. Here's the thing. Progress doesn't come from comfort. Progress doesn't come from taking the easy route. Progress comes from pushing yourself to the limit, from doing things that make you uncomfortable, from facing your fears head on. And the only way you get to that point is by embracing pain. If you're not in pain, you're not growing. If you're not struggling, you're not improving. The moment you stop facing challenges, the moment you stop pushing yourself, is the moment you start stagnating. And that's the moment you start failing. The people who succeed aren't the ones who've had it easy. They're the ones who've been through hell and back. They've fought through adversity. They've pushed through the pain. And that's why they're where they are. So stop avoiding pain. Embrace it. Use it as fuel to drive you forward. Because at the end of the day, pain equals progress. If you want to win, if you want to succeed, you have to be willing to hurt. You have to be willing to suffer. You have to be willing to go through the grind, the challenges, and the pain. But don't worry, it's all worth it. The pain you experience today will turn into the strength you use tomorrow. When you reach the top, when you achieve your goals, you'll look back and realize that the pain was the best thing that ever happened to you. So stop running. Stop hiding from the pain. Embrace it, face it, and use it to propel you to greatness. Because when you do, there's nothing that can stop you.
Where does the switch come from? The overdrive. It is the thing that allows you to go the extra distance, to dig a little deeper, to push a little harder. It takes both emotion and logic to reach your maximum potential, to really give everything you have to go beyond your limits. Because emotion and logic will both reach their limitations. And when one fails, you need to rely on the other. When it just doesn't make any logical sense to go on, that's when you use your emotion, your anger, your frustration, your fear to push further, to push you to say one thing: I don't stop. When your feelings are screaming that you have had enough, when you think you are going to break emotionally, override that emotion with concrete logic and willpower that says one thing: I don't stop. Fight weak emotions with the power of logic. Fight the weakness of logic with the power of emotion. And in the balance of those two, you will find the strength to say to yourself, I don't stop.
I didn't get to where I am, but I didn't get here being lazy. I didn't get here binge watching TV. I didn't get here taking days off. I personally know what it takes. One day I made a decision that enough is enough. I'm tired of being average. I'm tired of being good. I'm tired. I made a decision. Enough is enough. It's showtime. In order for you to go from one level to the next level, in order for any woman to transition, for any man to transition, the thing that they want must be greater than the thing they currently have. You only transition from one level to the next when you're tired of the level you on. You don't belong at the bottom, and it's time for you to get your butt from down there. It's time for you to stop being comfortable at the bottom. Get your butt up and get to where you're supposed to be. Get where you belong. Do what you're supposed to do. Live like you're supposed to live. You gotta kill. Every single day of my life, I feel like giving 100%. Every single day, I don't have days where I don't feel like it. Why? Because I'm counting on me. My wife's counting on me. My son's counting on me. I don't have days to waste. And your grind has to match your dream. You can't go where you used to go. You can't do what you used to do. And now you gotta pick your grind up. And I need you to wake up every single day, and I need you to use your 24 hours like you've never used it before. No excuses, no more complaining, no more giving up. What's that thing that's gonna pump you up and get you over that hill? What's gonna pump you up and get you over that mountain? What's gonna pump you up and get you past that disease? What's gonna pump you up and get you past bankruptcy? What's gonna pump you up and get you to the other doggone side? Come on, you can win!
If you do what is easy, your life will be hard. But if you do what is hard, your life will be easy.
You got the little voices in your head, and you know what they're saying? They're saying it's okay. You've done enough. Take a little rest. It's fine. You can take the day off. You don't need to go hard. That's what those little voices are saying. But you've got another voice in your head. It's asking you a question. It's asking you, what could you be? What could you be? What could you be if you worked as hard as you could? What could you be if you imposed real discipline in your life? What could you be? I said you crank up the volume on that voice. Crank up the volume on that question. Max it out. So easy to put things off. So easy to say, you're gonna do it tomorrow. Well, I want you to reprogram your brain and tell yourself that tomorrow is not a viable option. Tomorrow doesn't work. You do it today. You get it done today. That's what you do. Stop rationalizing. Stop making excuses. Stop telling yourself little watered down assessments of where you're really at. Tell yourself the truth. Are you making yourself better? Are you making yourself worse? Are you moving forward or are you moving back? Are you making progress or are you stagnating? Make the decision, yes or no. Are you going to work out today? Yes or no. Are you going to win? Yes or no. Don't allow for any gray area in there. Get rid of the debate. And you know the right decision to make. So go and make it.
Now, if you know what you're worth, then go out and get what you're worth. But you gotta be willing to take the hits and not pointing fingers saying you ain't where you wanna be because of him or her or anybody. Cowards do that and that ain't you. You're better than that. I'm trying to tell you, you can win. You can win. Despite the circumstance, you can win. Despite the adversity, you can win. Despite the situation, you can win. Despite how much money you got in your bank, you can win. Despite the fact if your parents in your life or not, you can win. Despite the fact that you started behind, you can win. You can pull it off. You can't be good and be a legend. You can't be great, really, and be a legend. You gotta be phenomenal. I want you to push for legend. It is the process of the grind that shapes you and forms you. It's not the game. You think you become a champion on the field? You don't. You become a champion when ain't nobody watching you. You're doing your own drills in your own way. You're doing what coach tell you to do, and you're doing your own stuff. You become a champion in the dark when ain't nobody looking. You don't become no champion when you put no doggone helmet on. You become a champion the way you eat. You become a champion the way you think. You become a champion in your grind. When nobody knows what you're doing. When you put in those extra reps, when you watching those videos and you getting inspired, when you change your music and you just get on stage and you shine. It's the process that makes you sweet.
Do you understand what it means to stand alone, to feel alone? Being alone doesn't mean you can't be in a better place in your life. What do you want to do with your life today? Stop looking around the corner, hoping that something or someone will save you. There are gonna be times when you are down and you feel that you are alone and there's no one standing with you to lift you up, to build you up, to give you the strength that you are truly searching for. Don't look for validation. Don't look for others to pat you on the back. I will not look for others to lift me up. I will have the ability to know that if I'm alone, I will stand up and I will be magnificent. If I got to stand, then let me stand alone. Maybe you're gonna be the only one left standing, but at least you're standing. And you don't have to prove anything to anyone, but prove it to yourself. Maybe everybody is not going to accept you, but can you accept yourself? Can you trust in yourself? Let's start saying, I am going to do what I need to do so I can get where I need to be. Yes, I am not gonna get it overnight. Yes, it's gonna take some time, some months, some years. It doesn't mean that you give up. That doesn't mean that everything is over for you. Being alone doesn't mean that you're done. You're not done. You're just a work in progress. Don't give up. And sometimes, ladies and gentlemen, being alone doesn't mean that you're alone forever. Purpose will always do its job. The right people will show up at the right time, and they will lift you up and carry you on the rest of the way. But you got to apply first. You got to sign your name on the dotted line. It is necessary that you struggle. It is necessary that you feel alone. It is necessary that you have to continue to go forward. You have this day for a reason. The days that we have been blessed with on this planet has given us a chance to better ourselves. For many years, we have been taught to believe that it is an 80-20 method. Why not just believe that it's a 90-10? That's right. 90% mental, 10% physical. Let's talk about the mindset of a champion. The person that is willing to go that extra mile. You know what a champion's supposed to do. Someone tells you to do 10, why not go 11? Somebody asks you to run a mile, why not run 2? That's how you do it. That's how champions are made. A person that believes that they can go as long as they need to go. They understand the true nature of what a champion must do. They're not afraid to face a challenge. They're not running away from the opponent that is facing them. Maybe you're not an athlete. Maybe you don't own a business. But let's be honest, ladies and gentlemen, we're all great at something. We are all built different. We are all made different, but we all must be willing. You got to have that champion mindset. You've seen it. You have admired it. You have watched other individuals and they became the best of themselves. Now it's your turn. You are up next. Now, are you prepared to take the chances? Are you prepared to make a difference? Are you going to be the one that they can remember? You're winning to be the best at what you do. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, it's not always about the skill, it's about the will of the individual. The will to win, the will to push, the will to fight. Until you have nothing else left to give. Let the world know that you are a champion. Sometimes the world is going to turn its back on you. Sometimes you're going to be put in a predicament when you feel alone. Sometimes the people that you depend on, they're not going to always be there. You should not look for people to help you. Because there are people right now that have their own issues, their own circumstances, their own problems. And nobody owes you anything. There was a time when you were a child and you had to grow up. Maybe you didn't have the best upbringing. Maybe you did not have the best mother. Maybe you did not have the best father. Maybe you were put through a whirlwind of pain and struggle and hurt and anger. But no one understands that grief. No one understands that pain. No one understands that misery better than you. Many people have been hurt. They have been knocked down. They didn't understand why. What did I do to deserve this pain? Why did my mother abandon me? Why did my father walk out on me? Why? There are many people out there that have been through some kind of pain, and hell showed up, but they did not give up. I don't know your circumstance. I don't know what you've been through. Maybe you didn't have a great come up. Maybe your life did start off a little rocky. But did it make you better? Did you learn from it? Embrace those hardships. The past is the past. There's nothing you can do about it. So today, you have to make up your mind. Maybe being alone will make you stronger. Pain does something to all of us. It will give you a sense of understanding that through the tough times, you have the ability to get better. So if you are alone right now, if you are alone in that room right now, if you're sitting in a quiet place right now, have that moment to yourself. That's how it begins.